Okay, so what we're doing today is making a lot of us make this mistake when we're doing the 60 second, and also even just in general when we're doing referrals, saying, "Oh, anyone, what kind of referrals you're looking for? Anyone." It's a huge mistake, and here's how to fix it. So the problem with anyone is that when you say anyone who needs my service, you're asking your chapter to look through every person they've ever met, and that's too much. The brain is going to shut down, right? And I remember a lady, one of my first clients when I got started way back. Going to sound like an old man for a second, but her name was Diane Holmes, and she was with 1-800 water damage, and she would always start with her who she was. This is like 5, 7, probably like 7, 8 years ago. She would start with who she was, what she did, what they were working on that week, and then this is the kind of referral they're looking for. And I thought that was nice because every week it changed. I mean, her slogan was the same, but what she's working on was different. And also the kind of referral this week, we're looking for this kind of referral. And so it gave you a visual picture. And it reminded me of what my dad used to say, my dad, who was one of my mentors for a long time. He always said, when you're talking to people, use visual descriptions, visual pictures, because most of us are, visual people, right? So, how specificity works, if you say, think of anyone we talked about your brain freezing up. Think of someone who owns a restaurant, maybe. Hey, I'm looking for a restaurant owner in Nashville who just opened a second location. Then that's might be something specific. So give the brain something to search for. And specific asks get specific results. So, these are sort of before and after. Anyone who needs a roofer, hey, I'm looking for a real estate agent who works with roofers. Instead of anyone who needs marketing, a local restaurant, etc. First time home buyer, versus anyone buying a house. And so these are 4 ways to get specific with a specific profession, with a specific company or category, a specific area, or a specific situation. Someone who's just in a transition. I've heard this before at a BNI meeting. I'm working with people who's going through transitions. So teach your chapter what to look for. Teach us what to listen for. And when you're doing the 60 second, try to ask for a specific type of referral. So I know that Becker will do this and say, I'm looking for people interested in, mitigation, methane mitigation. Specifically, so I know what he's looking for by what he's asked for, but it'd be great to hear some specific asks from you guys today. We don't have to do that in the 60 second, but it'd be really cool to do that. And also when you're outside of BNI, do the same thing. When you strike it up with somebody at the chamber, or another networking group, and there's some chemistry there, do a specific ask. Hey, I'm really looking for e-commerce stores that just want more visibility in local community. Boom, that's something specific than just I work with e-commerce. So that's your challenge. I think I got ahead of the challenge. Remove the word anyone and say this week I would specifically like to meet and name one person, one profession, one company, one neighborhood. So more specific is more relatable. Profession, situation, neighborhood, trigger phrase, that kind of thing. End of presentation.